Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to our series of Know the Sahaba. Our Sahabi today is Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, famously known as Ibn Mas'ud. His full name is Abdullah ibn Mas'ud al-Hudali, and he was born and raised in Makkah, but he was not a Qurayshi. He was also called Ibn Abd, and physically he is very thin and dark in complexion, and he was of the early converts. He converted even before Darul Arqam. Ibn Mas'ud played key roles from the beginning of the Sirah up till the end of the Sirah, and of the blessings he has is he was the first companion to recite the Quran publicly in front of the Kaaba. He recited Surah Ar-Rahman, and the Quraysh beat him up until he lost consciousness. Ibn Mas'ud was of the first class of the Sahaba who have the honor of doing both immigration, that is to Abyssinia and then to Medina. And in Medina, he was paired with Mu'adh bin Jabal. The Prophet ﷺ gave him a plot of land near the mosque, and Ibn Mas'ud was always with the Prophet ﷺ. Wherever the Prophet walked to, he walked together with him, and he used to carry the stuffs of the Prophet like his stick, his miswak, and other things. Outsiders presume that Ibn Mas'ud was from the family of the Prophet ﷺ. Ibn Mas'ud participated in all of the battles with the Prophet ﷺ, which is rare among the Sahaba. And on the day of Badr, two young Ansars asked Ibn Mas'ud to show them Abu Jahl. He showed them, and they eventually got him during the battle and gave him a fatal blow. After the battle, the Prophet sent Ibn Mas'ud to find Abu Jahl, and Ibn Mas'ud found him and gave him the final blow to death. In the Battle of Uhud, Ibn Mas'ud was among the 4 people who never left the side of the Prophet ﷺ. Once the Prophet miswalked, and Ibn Mas'ud climbed a tree to get it. The Sahaba saw his thin leg, and they were laughing at it. The Prophet said, "By Allah, on the day of judgment, they will be heavier than mountain of Uhud." One day, the Prophet asked Ibn Mas'ud to recite the Quran. Ibn Mas'ud said, "You want me to recite to you while it was sent down to you?" The Prophet said, "I like to listen to it from someone other than me." So Ibn Mas'ud began reciting Surah An-Nisa until he reached verse 41. Ibn Mas'ud heard the Prophet sobbing, and the Prophet told him to stop. And it is reported that he was the only companion who the Prophet asked to recite the Quran to him. The Prophet said, "If you want to listen to the Quran freshly as it was revealed, then listen to the Qur'an of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud." During the reign of Umar, he sent Ibn Mas'ud to Kufa as their great teacher, and he taught some of the great tabi'uns like Al-Qama, Ibn Nafa'i, and even some of the younger Sahaba. He produced a galaxy of scholars. And the most popular qira'at we have today, that is Hafs, goes back to Ibn Mas'ud. Ibn Mas'ud was the greatest scholar of the Quran among the Sahaba. He used to say, "There is not a single surah except I know where it came down, and there is not a single ayah except that I know why it was revealed. And if there is a single person that knows more Quran than I do, and Kamil could reach this person, I will be the first to be with him." And in another hadith, Ibn Mas'ud said, "I memorized 70 surahs directly from the mouth of the Prophet to my ears." Ibn Mas'ud passed away in Medina at the reign of Usman ibn Affan in the year 59 Hijrah, and he was buried in Baqi. May Allah give us the understanding of Quran like Ibn Mas'ud, and may He allow us to meet in Jannah. Amin ya Hayyu ya Qayyum. Wassalamu alaikum.